Hello and welcome to the Microsoft Mega Byte for May 14th, 2020. I'm your host, Brian Gavados, and today we're talking about the Discovery Expo. What is the Discovery Expo? Well, if you're selling, demoing, coaching, or representing Microsoft products to customers, then there's a good chance you will be part of this upcoming training event. And if you happen to be a fan of seriously solid prizes, you may want to pay attention to the conversation I'm about to have with Korey Rathkamp. He's been spearheading the whole Discovery Expo event. So let's listen in now and hear everything you need to know. Okay, Korey, we just got out of a virtual TTT session this morning. How you feeling? How is it?
It's good. Very, very impressive technology. It's crazy what companies are doing nowadays, just adjusting on the fly. There's so many companies beyond just, training platforms that have completely had to change what they're doing and what their approach is with these new and interesting times that we're living in. So really impressive to see that adaptation.
Yeah, you and I were in a Train the Trainer event for a global trainer community for Microsoft. And it's basically like Second Life or The Sims, isn't it? Where people are walking around saying hi to each other. You can hear them chatting as they walk up to you, and then they kind of fade away as they walk away. You go to see different breakout sessions and activities. I mean, it is definitely necessary right now. It is equal parts kind of peculiar and equal parts revolutionary, because you see how valuable that face-to-face interaction is for training events, even when the face-to-face has to be virtual.
Yeah, absolutely. So just trying to find a way to simulate that in-person engagement. And of course, nothing's going to replicate talking to someone face-to-face. That's actually the number one most enjoyable thing about my job, or was interacting with people out in the field. And
let's stop for a second on that. Who are you? What is your job? I'm dying to know. In fact, I have a notepad here because I've been wondering forever what it is you actually do here. So this is very valuable for me. Tell us about who you are and what this major project is to you.
Yeah, so just some context about me real quick. My roots are really being out in the field. I guess that's why I enjoy being out in the field currently, so much, is I really love being out there talking to customers, engaging with retail pros. So that is where my start came, was being out in the field. And then I had an opportunity to manage a few different labor types within Microsoft. But now I am the proud newest member of the US training team. I think of my job as maintaining our training team's collective sanity. It's really my job to sort of facilitate and make sure that the workflows are in place so that our small team can really reach thousands of retail pros out there. So that's kind of aspect number one. But aspect number two, which is more important, no offense, Brian, this is really scaling our training and figuring out what platforms are retail pros really interested in consuming our training. So whether that's social media or podcasting or live streams, or utilizing Expert Zone in new and interesting ways. That's really what I've been working on the past couple of months.
Yeah, I think it's quite evident that throughout these changing times we're in, and as things have become more and more distanced for at least the time being, that our community is hungry for ways to engage and hungry for ways to stay informed and to keep their demos fresh and to keep their product knowledge fresh, because the clock is ticking and we're coming back to work soon. This is why it's so important that we got you on the podcast now to discuss what we're calling the Discovery Expo. Can you introduce sort of what that is?
So Discovery Expo, really great opportunity, Brian, to your point. As we're getting back into stores, I remember being out in the field, and if I would go on a week-long vacation, if I would go, 4 or 5 days without being scheduled, it felt like once I was back in store, having to relearn all of these different things. So now for many people who have not been in stores for 45 days, for 60 days, the learning curve is going to be pretty short in getting back into stores,
right,
and comfortable working with customers. So Discovery Expo, this is a great opportunity to resharpen those skills. We've kind of been at home, in quarantine or whatnot, outside of stores for the last 45 days. Having an opportunity to jump on to Expert Zone and launch Discovery Expo is going to be a great opportunity to resharpen those skills.
Okay, so what would be the bold promise of what Discovery Expo will represent to anyone who attends it?
I would say that bold promise is our motto: new experiences, more prizes, and same great community.
Okay, so these are necessarily new experiences for this time. So when you say that Discovery Expo has all these new experiences, give us a taste of what you're talking about.
A brand new platform, and it's going to contain a couple of different aspects that are super, super interesting, and that I think people out there in the field who are experiencing this are going to get a lot of benefit out of. Number one, we have this exposition. It is called Discovery Expo. So think, almost like a World's Fair, and it has different exhibits that you can travel to. And inside of each exhibit, you can participate in different courses, different e-learnings. Think of a really, really souped up accreditation. These are brand new. These are beautiful looking. These are very, very engaging, very interactive, but kind of a souped up accreditation. And after you complete one of the exhibits, you actually get different prizes.
So if I'm out in the field listening to this, what I need to understand is that this is a training event. This is a learning, engagement, fun, yes, win prizes and all that stuff. But this is what we're putting forward in these social distancing times to make sure that if I participate in Discovery Expo, I'm going to be as prepared as possible to go and demo and educate and coach about the Microsoft ecosystem in store. Is that accurate?
Yeah, super accurate. And the word that I really pulled out of what you just said was, it is an event. It's more than just e-learnings. It's more than just live events. It's more than just prizing. This is really an opportunity to get people back into store, get super comfortable. There have been some launches since, we've been back in store. There have been some changes, just refreshing everyone on that in a super engaging, super fun way. And like I said, great prizes to win.
Okay, listen, Korey, they will give me a hard time if I don't press you on the prizes question. So is there anything you can disclose, anything you can talk about now in terms of what those prizes are?
Oh, well, Brian, you put me in a tricky spot. Not going to look at that.
Hold on, I have some built-in sound effects for that. Let's say tricky spot. Let's try this one. No, that wasn't very good. Okay, you say I put you in a tricky spot. Nope. Okay, I'm not very good at this. Go, continue, Korey.
Thanks for that interlude. So I'm not going to jump too into depth, but let's just say that we are giving away prizes on a daily basis at scale. There will be a ton of different opportunities and a ton of different prizes. Think devices, think consoles, think accessories, think gift cards, Game Pass Ultimate codes.
Okay, I'm just going to interrupt you there because I need to explain something to our listeners because you're speaking some marketing code there and I want to make sure they all heard it. I'm sorry, I don't want to reveal too much, but when Korey says at scale is code word for budgets have been spent on this stuff and that we want people to be impressed and happy. And so we need you guys to really buy into this because, as you might imagine, since we're not able to do these face-to-face events, it is really important for Microsoft to make you guys feel appreciated. So when Korey says prizes at scale, that means pay attention.
Let's just say this. We are extremely confident that the prizes will be there for everyone to really enjoy.
Okay, so we're talking about this being an event, this having daily prize opportunities and stuff. So what is the actual calendar look like? And I don't mean like exact dates and times and agendas, but if I'm a participant, can you kind of give me like a day in the life or a week in the life of what I should be expecting when Discovery Expo launches?
Brian, I think that I can give you a very accurate calendar because it's very simple. Every single weekday, we're going to have brand new content. We're going to have brand new live events. We're going to have brand new prize opportunities every single weekday.
Can we dive into that a little bit deeper? What does that mean? If I'm a participant, am I going to be on a virtual conference for 8 hours every day?
No. That is exactly what we wanted to avoid. So we know that at some point we'll all be back in stores here, and we really designed this to be sort of consumed in bite-sized chunks. So think 15-minute live event game show where you can win those excellent prizes that I referred to earlier, but in bite-sized consumable chunks And like I said, every single day we will be doing a live event that you can either watch and participate live with us, or you can consume on demand at your own leisure. And all of these, once again, are qualified to earn those prizes.
Okay, Discovery Expo is clearly a big deal for us on the training team. I can attest we're working on it nonstop. I have been complaining to Korey all the time about the different projects he needs me to help out with because I'm a complainer. That's what I bring to the table. But we really are putting a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. So we hope that you are excited in the field to participate in this. And it's less than a month away now. So what things do they need to understand, Korey, about how to get prepared for Discovery Expo? And are there any key dates to keep in mind?
Yes. So a couple of things that you can do to prepare. Number one, probably the easiest, is to make sure that you're registered and employee verified on Expert Zone. And you probably are already, but you can go to expertzone.microsoft.com and make sure that you are, once again, registered and verified. The next thing, on Expert Zone, you can actually access our Know Before You Go mission for Discovery Expo. And that will keep you in the loop, keep you very well connected with everything that's going on with Discovery Expo, including kind of behind the scenes, us working on it. So make sure that you check out the Know Before You Go mission. And then, as far as dates, we are tracking for a June 1 launch. So it's coming up very, very quickly. I would ask, you can definitely have your associates in store, your retail pro friends, certainly hop onto Expert Zone, do the same thing. I'll give you a little teaser. There will be rewards prizes for the team with the most refer a friends. So start that now.
Okay, excellent. So now we're going to wrap for today because we have a lot more to talk about with Discovery Expo. So next week, we're going to have you back on, as well as some others, to dive into some more particulars, some more of the inherent elements of Discovery Expo. We're going to talk competition, the whole team structure, what to be prepared for, how to win, and how to get the most prizes. And I believe we're even going to meet some of our team captains who will probably be vying for your support and love. So anything else we need to cover in terms of what to expect for the next time we chat, Korey?
No, I think that you nailed it, Brian. I cannot begin to express how excited I am for everyone to jump onto this platform, join us at Discovery Expo, learn and earn prizes. Very excited.
As we discussed at the beginning, Korey and I have been in a virtual training for the last couple days, and we are going to be taking our own approach for engagement, gamification, competition, and appreciation for you. And we are very proud of what we're working on. So yes, please get involved early, get involved now, and we'll chat with you in a week for anything new you need to understand for Discovery Expo. Until then, thanks, Korey. Get out of my room.
Thanks, Brian. Happily leaving.
This has been the Microsoft Mega Byte podcast, a training tool for Microsoft field team members and sales professionals across the country, produced by Microsoft employees.